Hey everyone, welcome back. Bronze Dragon here with more coverage of Watcher of Realms. I figured this is the last day of the year, and there are several events going on currently. This is following up on my first episode that went over the basics of this game. And if you're not familiar, this is a game that would probably appeal to people who are who like tower defense type games. They're not specifically towers. It's more of a fantasy type take on the game, but I'm enjoying it. It is a game where they throw it's a gotcha style game where they try to throw a lot of purchases at you, and that's fine if you want to do that. But I am playing free, and I have been enjoying the game for since about June, July of this year. So anyway, it's at the end of the year. We're getting ready to go into New Year. By the way, Happy New Year. Hope everyone's healthy on your side because that's the best blessing you can have. But they've got several events going on. Now, referring back to my initial video, I was talking about one of the main things in this game is called Summoning of Heroes. These are your different types of heroes that you use in the game that are basically fall into four different categories. Okay, you have range damage, you have magic damage, you have tanks, and you have melee. Okay, and how you advance your game is to summon these heroes and strengthen them in different ways. Okay, and there's a lot of strategy to this game as well, but one of the main things is having a nice large selection of heroes to choose from that are from different various teams. Okay, and you can go in and look at the gallery and you can see all the different teams: the Watchguard, the North Throne, the Nightmare Council, etc. And you can find that each team has one or two, sometimes more than two lords, and when the lords are on the team, and you're using multiple players from that, multiple heroes rather, from that team on the same team with a lord, you get a lot of nice bonuses. So there's a lot of strategy around this. So with that said, it really comes down to efficiently using your summoning crystals to summon these lords. Okay. Now, as I stated in my first video, you can summon at any time, but it really benefits you to save up your summoning crystals that you earn through the game for, playing the game, doing various things for weekends. And there are various events that happen on weekends. Some are better than others. And there's a lot of discussion around that about which is which. I like the 10 times event better, but we're at the end of the year. The nice thing is there's several events going on today. Like I said, we can go, you can reference the event calendar and you can see we're at the 31st. Tomorrow's going to be the first of the new year. And all these events are ending tomorrow. So if you've been playing, the Frostfall Jamboree stops tomorrow. So this is an event that's been going on through the holiday season, and you collect the holiday stockings from doing various quests and things of this nature. You need to go ahead and keep your eye on that timer and spend your stockings before that timer times down, or you're going to lose it. Okay, now the second thing is the New Year's special summon. This gets a little bit confusing, but this is why I wanted to dig in and talk about this for new users, because there's lots of different kinds of summonings you can do. And the trick is kind of getting the most bang for your buck, or I guess in this case, the highest percentage chance of getting the best hero out of it possible. So the deal with this year's New Year's special summon, which is today and tomorrow only, is the fact that if you summon a legendary, then it will be guaranteed that it is not a legendary you already have. So it's not a dupe. Okay. Now, dupes in some cases are helpful because you can strengthen your character using that dupe. But in most cases, most of us, especially a free player like me, I don't have too many legendaries. So if I get another one, I really want another legendary, not just a dupe. So in this case, it's worth noting that it only fires on the first time this happens. So if you're summoning multiple things today, which we will be summoning, and you get multiple legendaries, it only affects the very first legendary you get. Okay, so that's the main thing, and that's the reason why I waited today till today to do my summons. Now, three other events really that have been going on this past weekend, which is the typical crazy invocation, which is 2 times event. So the legendary hero drop rate is 2 times what it normally is, which is still very low. And we'll take a look at those percentages. The crazy divine summoning, which is another type of summoning crystal, is 2 times as well. So while that's better than normal, it's not as good as like the 10 times event, or it's good. It's not as good as the 1-for-1 event, which is another event where they have where if you happen to summon a legendary, you get an additional legendary on top of that. So, but everybody has their own opinions on that. So the other thing that's active is yet another summoning type event, which is called the special ancient summoning, which is not on all the time. It's a red crystal, and in this case, you have a particular decent amount chance to get one of these three lords, and we'll look at this. And the lords, like I had said, are very rare to get. And you really would like to have a good lord for each team, at least one, so you have some options to get all those nice team benefits. Now, the first thing we'll look at is the crazy invocation of spirits. Now, I say this because this is kind of the normal thing you would see on most weekends out of the month. Now, this is a 2 times event, and whenever you go into this, you can see that it takes the blue summoning crystal, right? You can look at all the details by clicking on this exclamation point right here, okay? In Crazy Invocation of Spirits, the drop rates of all legendary heroes are doubled. And then they go on to show you the drop rate pools. Because basically, a lot of games these days have been hit with this whole loot box thing. The companies need to show you percentages because basically this is just gambling. Because everything I've done today, I've gotten free. Through playing the game on a daily basis. But they really, it's a company. They're trying to make their money. The way they do that is sell various things in the game, and it kind of falls under the loot box category. And by law, they really need to tell you what your percentage rates are. As you can see, the percentage rates are very low for the legendaries, 0.08% for this group. 0.92% for this group, and as you get less rare, it gets more. So the actual greens, which are commons, which you have almost a 50% chance. Blues, which are rares, you have a little bit less, and so on and so forth. In this particular one, we will get double 2 times event. So, and also keep in mind when you actually summon, you build up your summon rewards over here on the right. So you will get to claim a little bit extra for summoning. Another thing you get for summoning is it's an actual event. If you go in here and look at the Oracle's trial, you will see one of the trials is the arrival of heroes. And as you summon heroes, you win trophies, and you start filling up your bar, and you start getting these various prizes, right? And if you're lucky enough and you do a high amount of summoning, you will end up at the top of the list, and you'll get some other prizes up here as well. So that's another thing that these count for. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and start off and do my 10, I have 25 under the New Year's special summon, and hopefully we'll get a legendary. And it's an epic. And my epic is Aatrox and Aveline. And I will share to get my 50 free gems, free diamonds. Okay, so I got 2 epics out of that. Not bad at all. Not as good as a legendary, but not bad at all for me, building my account wise. I do have Aatrox, so I'll be able to strengthen him. And this will be a first for Aveline for me. So let's go ahead and do 10 more. And nothing but rares and commons. So that one was a bust. Now I do have 5, so let's do some single. Rare. Hey, it's an epic. Tazira, I have her. So I will show you what to do with that. Let's go ahead and summon the rest of these. Another epic, nice. Titus. Now I had him on my prior account. This will be the first one I have on this account, so that's a good bonus. And another rare. And I have one more. And another rare. or common. Okay, so before we do the rest, let's go ahead and go into the heroes, and let me tell you what, show you what I was talking about. Now, under the awakening system, we can look at down through here, and you'll notice that I got a second copy of her. Now, using this awakening system, if you have multiple copies, you can go and add that other copy and go up in levels. And as you I want to say awakened levels, not levels, because there's multiple different ways you can strengthen a hero in this game. So this is awakening 2, and you'll notice that since I already have her at awakening 1, if I add this other copy to her, I get awakened 2, and it increases her attack by 200. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's unlock her and go ahead and awaken. So that's the basics of the awakening system. Okay, so the awakening system, you can awaken a character up to 5 levels and basically strengthen them up. They get various bonuses, and that's one of the things you're shooting for, to take the heroes that you are using a lot and awaken them fully. Okay, let's go back to summoning, and let's look at so I've used up my blue crystals, so let's go ahead and use up my crazy divine summoning. I only have 2 of these. They can only get epic and legendary. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and start off and do my 10, I have 25 under the New Year's special summon, and hopefully we'll get a legendary. And it's an epic. And my epic is Aatrox and Aveline. And I will share to get my 50 free gems, free diamonds. Okay, so I got 2 epics out of that. Not bad at all. Not as good as a legendary, but not bad at all for me, building my account wise. I do have Aatrox, so I'll be able to strengthen him. And this will be a first for Aveline for me. So let's go ahead and do 10 more. And nothing but rares and commons. So that one was a bust. Now I do have 5, so let's do some single. Rare. Hey, it's an epic. Tazira, I have her. So I will show you what to do with that. Let's go ahead and summon the rest of these. Another epic, nice. Titus, now I had him on my prior account. This will be the first one I have on this account, so that's a good bonus. And another rare. And I have one more. And another rare. Or common. Okay, so before we do the rest, let's go ahead and go into the heroes. And let me tell you what, show you what I was talking about. Now, under the awakening system, we can look at down through here, and you'll notice that I got a second copy of her. Now, using this awakening system, if you have multiple copies, you can go and add that other copy and go up in levels. And as you, I want to say awakened levels, not levels, because there's multiple different ways you can strengthen a hero in this game. So this is awakening 2, and you'll notice that since I already have her at awakening 1, if I add this other copy to her, I get awakened 2, and it increases her attack by 200. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's unlock her and go ahead and awaken. So that's the basics of the awakening system. Okay, so the awakening system, you can awaken a character up to 5 levels and basically strengthen them up. They get various bonuses. And that's one of the things you're shooting for, to take the heroes that you are using a lot and awaken them fully. Okay, let's go back to summoning, and let's look at So I've used up my blue crystals. So let's go ahead and use up my crazy divine summoning. I only have 2 of these. They can only get epic and legendary. So let's cross our fingers and see what I get here. And it's an epic. Brienne, very good. She's a very good range. I will take that. This will be the first one on this account. I've had her previously. She is strong in my estimation. And let's do the last one I have. Come on, legendary. And it's an epic. And it's Tazira again. So guess what? Guess what we can do? Even though it's not a legendary, we can go into the heroes and take and awaken her again. So we'll go to level 3, and for awakening level 3, she gets the 2 strikes triggered by basic attack deal 20% extra damage. So this set of upgrades to her has really strengthened her, and I could use that. Okay, so and I want to remember to check that I have summoning rewards since I did those summons. So I'll get those 10 diamonds. And I have 4 left until I can get 2 extra summoning crystals there. Okay, so let's keep going forward. This is the last set of gems that I have. I have 11 special ancient summonings. So we can go ahead and do a 10. Okay, so this is another thing I want to talk about. One of the limiting factors is that you only have room for so many heroes. And I can go into this in a different video, but there's a benefit to having lower end heroes, common heroes that you level up and use in turn to level up other characters. And that's a topic for another one. But anyway, I'm at my max, so I'm going to go ahead and spend some diamonds to go ahead and increase my limit. Okay, let's cross our fingers. Let's go. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, there's an epic. Aeon. I do not have her. Okay, so I only have 1 left. Did not get a legendary off of that. I do have summoning rewards, so I did get 2 more summoning crystals that we can use. And 1 more here. Come on, legendary. And it's a Drogo. So not much there. I do have 2 more here that I can go back and use. And it's a rare. And I can go ahead and increase her level as well. And another rare. He's not too bad for a rare. Okay, well, with that said, my point here was basically there's the summoning of heroes in this game has multiple levels, and there's multiple different types of summoning. Now, one other thing I will throw at you is the collection of shards, because also within the game, you can collect summoning crystals, but you can also collect shards. And when you build up multiple shards, you can combine them to get a full crystal. So as you can see, this is a legendary. It takes 30 shards. They all take 30 shards to complete a full one. I'm 19 of 30, so when I complete that, I can create another one and do a summon. So I just wanted to show you that. Yeah, my original topic really is that if you get into playing this, I found it fun. Don't just use your summoning crystals right off. Even the daily quest that requires using a summons, I would really hold your summoning crystal until the weekend or until there's a special event going on that you have a better percentage chance. As you can see, I got some decent drops today. Nothing great though. Your percentage chance, just like in any loot box type game, of getting a legendary type thing is very small, and they obviously want to throw a lot of things at you to get you to purchase extra, which I haven't. I've been having fun playing free, right? So If you do get into playing the game and you do it because of this video, please use my friend code. If you once you get up past level 7 and the game has led you through, you can add a friend code, and this basically says, "Hey, I found out because a bronze dragon told me about it," and it gives me a few things. And you would just go into the friend section over here and add it. Okay, so, and I will leave that down below. I'll also leave that in the show notes so you can copy and paste it. But with that said, I hope everyone's end of year is going well, your holidays are going well, and above all, I hope you're going into 2024 with good health and your family's good health, because that's without that, we've got nothing. With that said, I hope you've been enjoying this game. If you want to see more, or if you want to see coverage on some other game, I'm into all kinds of games. I'll talk to you later, and have a good one. I'll see you on the flip side.